in my sideboard against him. I can't see too well. That's just my assumption. Wake Thrasher for another threat. Suppose. Anyways, this hand. Well, it's got Demonic Tutor, so it's probably worth keeping because I can just find a threat. Actually, who the fuck am I kidding? I'm gonna Demonic Tutor for gifts, and then get him with gifts rights on turn 5, hopefully. Yeah, I'm on the draw. I already have 4 lands in hand, so yeah, I can just get him another land. Didn't really need another land. Actually, we have a lot of lands that are coming to play tapped, so that's kind of annoying. I can always pay for breeding pool if I have to, though. And yeah, we are going to play Sphinx of the Steelwind on turn 5. So that's going to be cool. Turn 3 is the lull where I get to play Lava Claw Reaches, because we're not going to need an untapped land. Unless something we draw changes that. But even then, I'm probably just want to stay on curve for the turn 5 Sphinx. So let's grab Gifts Ungiven. Yeah, that was Demonic Tutor just makes every hand good. I mean, if the hand's like fucking awful, you know, like 7 or no lands, obviously it doesn't change any of that. Let me think. Would I keep 6 lands Demonic Tutor? Probably. Well, maybe if I was on the draw. I know I keep really fucking awful hands. All right, we didn't draw anything we need to do on turn 3, so we had to play that. I'm trying to think. I guess it depends on what's in my deck. Even then, just 6 lands seems so sketchy. Because what are you going to do? You're going to... If you take a high drop to go with all the lands you have, it's still going to wait a bunch of turns before you can play it. If you take a low drop to a Demonic Tutor out, and it's like keeping 6 lands and a mediocre 2 drop or whatever, it's not that great either. So I don't know. Probably. But like, any decently balanced... hand, Demonic Tutor will always just find the hole for whatever you're missing. For instance, this one had our reanimation spells, but no reanimation enabler or fatties to reanimate, and we solved that problem by Demonic Tutoring. He's going to Rocksworn Monk. That's a pretty good one, actually. Rocksworn Monk's a fairly powerful card, provided your deck can cast it. I really like how he just has a swamp. Okay, and we get to Gifts Ungiven on his end step. It's likely at this point we're gonna just have to take the 2 to Breeding Pool. But if we draw a land, we won't. So he's gonna play a morph. I'm just gonna assume it's... Which morphs haven't I seen? I think I saw Whipcorder already. Did I? And I think I put a guy on Exalted Angel. I might be wrong. I'm guessing that's the Antuco Vigilante. Because we have Willbender. I think that's only blue morph. There's 2 white ones. I think I already put a guy on Exalted Angel, even if he didn't have it. And I think I know a guy had Willbender. So, or had Whipcorder, excuse me. So given his colors, only because I think the white ones are gone, I think that's most likely an Antuco Vigilante. Although an Antuco Vigilante doesn't do too much against our deck, it really just gets control magic, I think. And what else? Like, I'm looking through my deck right now. I don't see much Antuco Vigilante. So if that is indeed Antuco Vigilante, it's not the best against our deck. Alright. That said, we probably just have him here, because even turn 5 Sphinx the Steelwind is pretty good. And look, we don't even have to take 2 damage. The crowd goes wild. If it weren't for the fact that we were kind of low on life, I might consider Sky Swallower here. But, Sphinx, like, we can always just wait through the Terminus or whatever. And Sphinx already, comes with Pro Green. I think he's Pro Green, Pro Red. So, we're gonna be fine for that Bant Charm, just as if we had Shroud. If he hits Terminus, fine. That's one of his few outs. I do have Grave Titan, however, to get you after your Terminus. I do have further reanimation spells. I'm probably just going to bring in Sky Swallower next turn over Grave Titan. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Okay. So he's going to go ahead and Yavimaya Elder for a bunch of cards. And that's fine. He is still in trouble for sure. I mean, Sphinx has Vigilance, which is just so huge, because you get to attack. It's like, if you can block a 6/6 first strike in the air, like most people don't have. To effectively block Sphinx Tailwind, you need at least 6 toughness to start, and then past that 6 toughness, you need an additional 6 power. It takes a lot to be able to actually win combat against Sphinx's Tailwind, and the fact that it has Vigilance and Lifelink means that it's really just, you just hit them over and over. Alright, so he gets to flip his guy, I get to not give a shit. And probably just going to go Sky Swallower, because then next turn I can just kill him with Profane Command. Yeah. Or I might Grave Titan. I actually like Sky Swallower a little more than Grave Titan here. Mostly just because it's in the air, so he can't trump it. Oh, I guess by highlighting Profane Command, I was probably insinuating I'm just going to give my dude Sphere. Kill Rock Swarm Monk, give my dude Sphere. Yeah. Or not even kill Rock Swarm Monk, just kill him. Band Charm. There we go. That's why you play Sphinx. Sphinx, or Sky Swallower, it's got Shroud. Pro Green, though. Pro Green's too manly. Sphinx is doing such a good card. It's also a really interesting. I don't know much about Legacy, but I find it a really interesting reanimation target in Legacy, especially as a sideboard one. I think Grizzlebrand's the best. I think people are right about that, obviously. You can bring Bant Charm back, which is fine, because we're not going to play anything Bant Charmable for the rest of the game. But I find that, like, out of all the sideboard options, I find that Sphinx hits a really cool niche in the sideboarding reanimation targets, because unlike Elishnorn or Iona or Shieldred or whatever the fuck, Meteor Battlesphere or whatever people reanimate, it's not legendary. And it's probably just the best non-legendary creature in the game, thinking about it. Like, it's really strong. Even just being the French vanilla thing that it is. So, yeah, and obviously that's relevant for Legacy because of Caracas, which is a really good sideboard card against Reanimator. So yeah, that was my little spiel on that. Anyways, I'm thinking we're just gonna reanimate Sky Swallower. Yep, that, like I said, audio might lag behind sometimes. It's affecting things. It's kind of weird. Usually my bottom bar. What was I watching? Channel Fireball? I guess I was watching Channel Fireball in between rounds. My bottom bar is usually not in the drafts. I don't know. Usually it cuts off for that. Might have just been something to do this time, but maybe might be like that for all the following videos. I don't think it matters too much, so. Alright. He's pretty dead. He doesn't have flying blockers whatsoever. He doesn't have things that can block me when I go Fear on his ace. I can drain him for a ton. I can get him for... Okay, so he has a flying blocker now, but doesn't really matter because I just give all my things Fear. Alright, so that was this draft. Maybe I shouldn't say that was this draft. But assuming he doesn't have anything else, that was this draft. He can't even play Bant Charm, so he's got 2 possible cards in hand. It's got to deal with a Shroud creature. Yeah, unlikely. Unlikely, my friends. It might even just be more efficient to Dungeon Geist as Consecrated Sphinx and attack. But I don't care. I'm going to be less efficient. I'm going to drain him and give him my guy's Fear, because that's more fun. Or I could have killed Consecrated Sphinx. Well, you know what? This gets me by his ground. Oh, I'm going to give Shadow Mage Infiltrator Fear twice? Wow. You can't, like... If you ever think you can beat Fear, you can't beat Double Fear. Double Fear is the strongest double mechanic. It's way better than Double Strike. Means you have to get blocked by double black creatures for them to do anything. I don't know what he did. He tapped his lands. So, like, I might have missed something, but... Oh, he unmorphed into Vigilante, I think. Alright, so that was that. Thanks for watching, guys. This deck was alright. But the cube drafts get better. I had a lot of fun doing them, and I'm done re-narrating this. I apologize if this seemed, kind of lazy or whatever. Ooh, Onslaught. Ooh. But I had a fun time doing it. I did, and I had a fun time recording this, fun time talking. I'll see you guys next time.